This is an art story that was really quite profound when I read it for the first time. And as I come back to revisit it many years later, I'm honestly still not quite sure what it means. But anyway, let me know what you think. Once upon a time, there was a king who ruled a great and glorious nation. Favorite among his subjects was a court painter of whom he was very proud, and everybody agreed that this wizened old man painted the greatest pictures in the whole kingdom, and the king would spend hours each day gazing at them in wonder. However, one day, a dirty and disheveled stranger presented himself at the court, claiming that in fact he was the greatest painter in the land. The indignant king decreed a competition would be held between the two artists, confident it would teach the vagabond an embarrassing lesson. Within a month, they were both to produce a masterpiece that would outdo the other. After 30 days of working feverishly day and night, both artists were ready, and they placed their paintings, each hidden by a cloth, on easels in the great hall of the castle. As a large crowd gathered, the king ordered the cloth be pulled from the court artist's easel. Everyone gasped, as before them was revealed a wonderful oil painting of a table set with a feast. At its center was an ornate bowl full of exotic fruits, glistening moistly in the dawn light. As the crowd gazed admiringly, a sparrow even, perched high up on the rafters of the hall, swooped down and hungrily tried to snatch one of the grapes from the painted bowl, only to hit the canvas and fall down dead with shock at the feet of the king. "Aha!" exclaimed the king. "My artist has produced a painting so wonderful, it has fooled nature herself. Surely you must agree that he is the greatest painter who ever lived." But the vagabond said nothing, and stared solemnly at his feet. "Now, pull the blanket from your painting, and let us see what you have for us," cried the king. But the tramp remained motionless, and said nothing. Growing impatient now, the king stepped forward and reached out to grab the blanket, only to freeze in horror at the last moment. "You see," said the tramp quietly, "there is no blanket covering the painting. This is actually just a painting of a cloth covering a painting. And whereas your famous artist is content to fool nature, well, I've made the king of the whole country look like a clueless little twat." So this is a story by Banksy from his book Wall in Peace. Remember Banksy, the street artist? Is he still cool? Oh, Banksy's still cool. Now, there's a lot going on in this story, and as to what it really means, well, I think it's just best left up to your interpretation. But I'd love to know what you think if you don't mind commenting your ideas and thoughts. If you're interested in more stories kind of along this vein, I'd really recommend checking out Banksy's documentary, Exit Through the Gift Shop. That movie kind of got me arrested, but, that's a story for another day. As always, if you like this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing. Thanks.